Hi, I'm Michelle, former bra burner. Here it is. Helen Reddy disciple for sure. So how many in the audience know Helen Reddy's song, I Am Woman? Great. Well, I'm going to speak about 3 different topics on that. But first, to ask a New Yorker who's passionate about a subject to stay within 4 minutes is like asking, the Kardashians to not show cleavage on a photo shoot. So I'm going to do my very best and try to cover 3 topics. What I was taught, what I learned, and what I know now. What I was taught started when I was 10 years old with Papi Chevalley, my grandfather. It was my 10th birthday. He came storming through the front door. Shelley, that's what he called me, term of endearment. Shelley, here's your birthday present. Helen Reddy, I Am Woman. I kid you not, you cannot make this shit up. You just can't. He says, Shelley, this woman's going places. She's inspiring. You don't have a grandmother, and your mother, she's very soft-spoken. Listen to this, Shelley. Well, I took Helen Reddy to the extreme. I put Helen Reddy in every soul of my body. I am woman, hear me roar. I was dressing like Helen Reddy. I went and got my hair cut like Helen Reddy. I took it to the extreme. I thought that my grandfather was saying, and that Helen Reddy was saying, I needed to be hard charging. I needed to be on the go. I needed to be single focused. To get anywhere in life, I needed to be a feminist with one focus, really hard charging. And I did all that. I got a double degree. I got a fellowship. I got a master's. I worked for Microsoft. I had fun being in the presence of Bill Gates in the early 90s. I was charging hard, one focus, drinking a lot, partying a lot, not sleeping a lot, working 14-hour days, 7 days a week. I was getting to every finish line, but I was never part of the journey. I was ticking all those boxes, but I hardly even remember getting there. I was just achieving, and I wasn't really happy. What I learned was, in Helen Reddy's song, I Am Woman, she only says one time, I am woman, hear me roar. The other times she says, I am woman, see me soar. What I learned was I found kindness. What I learned was that kindness wasn't a sign of weakness, but it was a sign of awakeness. Not only did I get kind to other people around me, first I got kind to myself. I realized the impact that food and nutrition and clean life and a bit of meditation and a bit of yoga, I realized the impact how that had on my life, not just on my physical body. Remember, this was the size of the bra that I was wearing at one stage. I mean, I was a big girl, right? I realized the impact of how food affected me mentally, my emotional resilience, my physical body, everything about me. I realized how yoga stopped my monkey chatter. I realized that meditation could stop a New York brain for a few minutes. I got quiet. I went inside. I found my purpose. I found my authentic space. I never found that. I never even felt that. I never even knew what it felt like to be at peace with myself. What I thought, what I learned, and where I am now. Where I am now, once I found that authentic space or that softer space, I found that my purpose was nutrition. So I had 3 young babies, and I had a traveling husband, but I decided that I was going to become a nutritionist. And I was deeply, fiercely, and still am passionate about that subject. I had 3 babies under the age of 4 years old, all of them. And traveling husband, I enrolled in school. I became a nutritionist. I took $300 out of our savings account and I started clinical practice. I contacted every editor, everybody that I could write for in Australia. And I started writing and I started working and I started doing charity work and just to get my name out there. And that evolved into a wonderful clinical practice, and it evolved into writing for the best publications, health publications in Sydney. On Sunday, I'll be speaking on behalf of the World Health Organization in Body and Soul. I have a story on sugar. I was then asked to be an author by an international publisher, Wiley Publishing. What other great things have I done? Oh, I speak on Channel 7 as their nutritionist. It's on Saturday mornings sometimes. So my world opened. Opportunities came to me when I became authentic, when I found myself. And this isn't gender specific. This is everybody. So a couple of things I want to leave you with. I know I might even be under 4 minutes, but I want to leave you with some of these thoughts. I've carried this single piece of paper around with me, not this one, but I've transferred the words. In my wallet, when I went through that transition, I found this little article in a newspaper, and I still carry it in my wallet, but it was too small for me to read here on stage. When you're looking to find your authentic self, and when you're looking to find your purpose, maybe some of these questions will help you get there. What is it people say you're good at? When was the last time you went inward, cleaned up your diet, slept well, nourished yourself, really nourished yourself, not just with food, but with people, with environment, with sleep, with exercise? What were you doing last when you lost track of time? If a 7-year-old were to ask you what you were most proud of in your life, what would it be? What would you do for free? What excites you? What angers you? And what can you do about both of them? I am Michele Chevalley, and I am no longer a bra burner. I hope and I wish for you an authentic, peaceful opportunities for you in the future. Thank you.